Hello, welcome to Enuani Cultural Forum, where we promote the rich cultural heritage of the Igbo people. In case this is your first time of coming across our video, please hit the subscribe button and also press the notification bell so that when we put out videos, you will be among the first set of people to see the video. Now we are going to look at a very hot topic. 2 weeks ago, news broke out that the Oba of Benin, Omonobanedo Nuku Abolokbolo, Oba Ewuare II, has placed a permanent ban on the use of Okuku ceremonial hairstyle and then the imprintment or use of Ada and Eben during ceremonies by people who are not titled chiefs or members of royalty. So, we have decided today to relay this news to you. In case you have not seen the news before, please watch the news broadcast by Edo Broadcasting Service and then Voice of Edo. Just take your time to watch the news broadcast, then we can discuss.
Oba Benin Omonobanedo Kwakbolokbolo Oba Ewuare II has issued a warning to the general public against the indiscriminate use of the Benin chieftaincy traditional paraphernalia, as violators would face the consequences. The Osuma of Benin Kingdom, Chief Norese Ozigbo Esere, made the declaration on behalf of His Royal Majesty this Friday at the Oba's Palace during a press conference. Correspondent Lucky Osakbama Edo files in the report.
The Osuma of Benin, Chief Norese Ozigbo Esere, on behalf of the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewuare II, stated that some uninformed and disgruntled persons adorn themselves with the Benin chieftaincy traditional paraphernalia, such as the Eben, Okuku, and the Kora beads known as Ikele during burials, marriages, or any social events. He explained the authorized usage and warned against incurring curses upon themselves.
For avoidance of doubt, the Eben is only used by the title chiefs when paying homage to the Oba of Benin. The Eben has not and is not part of the items used during marriage and burial ceremonies. It should be stated clearly that Okuku is only worn by the Queen of the Oba of Benin. These women that put the Okuku are inadvertently bringing curse to themselves. The dressing mode of the true Benin person during marriage, burial, ceremony, and other social events is Ewu or Iwu, with the long Kora beads called Igbo.
He thereafter informed the general public that the palace of the Oba of Benin will no longer tolerate any further violations.
The indiscriminate abuse of the Kora beads, Ikele, when Okuku would no longer be tolerated by the palace of Oba of Benin. Let it be known by the general public that His Royal Majesty Omonobanedo Nuku Abolokbolo Ewuare II CFR Oba of Benin has directed the chiefs, priests and priestesses of various deities in Benin Kingdom to place a curse on those that would henceforth engage in the abominable act of our very revered, very cherished Benin custom and tradition as laid down by our ancestors.
The announcement is signed by Chief Norese Ozigbo Esere, Osuma of Benin, Chief George Ige Ekato, Obasoge of Benin, Chief Edionwe Olia of Benin, Chief Stanley Obawonyi Esere of Benin, Chief Osaro Ida Obazelu of Benin, Chief Ada Igbinovia Eribo of Benin, Chief Okunegai Edonwa Dagbon Ene of Benin.
So, it is now clear that the Oba of Benin has placed a ban on the use of Okuku hairstyle, one of the most prominent artistic hairstyles in southern Nigeria. Now, the ban placed by His Royal Majesty is what we are going to discuss. What is the origin of the Okuku hairstyle? Does the Oba of Benin also have the powers to impose a ban on the use of Okuku hairstyle in southern Nigeria, or only on his subjects who are the Edoid people? And not just the Edoid people, but also the Benin people, because Benin does not comprise of all Edos, and the powers of the Oba of Benin does not cover all the southern Nigeria or southern people who, or Igbo people who are in Edo state. What is the origin of Okuku hairstyle? Now, let's take a listen to one of the elders of Benin Kingdom analyze the origin or importance or use of Okuku hairstyle. Then we can come back to what is the real origin of Okuku hairstyle. Just take a listen.
Okuku can only be done by a married woman. I repeat, a married woman in the husband's house when the husband is doing a burial ceremony, or when the village housewives or the town housewives want to do a visit to the traditional ruler. The women will do Okuku. It's a kind of hairdo that is unique, not done all the time, approved by the traditional ruler and the elders of the town for specific ceremonies. It's not what you do and you go and visit another person with it. No. It is done, Okuku is done by the women for specific ceremony. They are done as a completion of their dressing code. That is that. So these days now, you want to marry, you now prepare the bride with Okuku. No! It's an abuse. It's an abuse. Those days, you want to go and marry, there's nothing like Okuku. Then this, what do you call it, event, yes. Yes, these women now decide to be doing it. They want to change it. They are altering the culture. It's altering the culture at various with the settings and approved. The Benin culture that devaluing it, the Eastern culture that devaluing it. So the upper is absolutely right. I am on his side. I'm not just on the upper side. I'm on the side of the traditional rulers and our culture.
Now we are going to focus on Okuku hairstyle today, and then on another day we are going to discuss the origin, source and importance of the Ada and Eben. What is the origin of Okuku hairstyle? One of the oldest artifacts discovered in this part of the world was discovered by Isaiah Anozie, an indigene of Ibuku community in Anambra state of today. This artifact, as displayed below, shows a woman bearing two important symbols of Igbo identity. One is the prominent Ichi marks on her face, only worn by members of the royal class, and then the Okuku hairstyle of the Benin today. In Igbo land, it is not Okuku hairstyle. It is part of the hairstyle. This hairstyle is specially worn by maidens who are being prepared for marriage, not by married women during ceremonies, but by maidens who are preparing for their marriage. It is the hairstyle worn by women who are preparing for marriage in Igbo land. If the hairstyle, like I described, belongs to the Igbos, how is it prepared and how does it look? I've shown pictures of how the hairstyle and Mbugu marks look on the bodies of a maiden who is preparing for marriage. But I will take time to read anthropological reports by G.T. Baston, who lived among Igbos of southern Nigeria from 1901 to 1921. I will read his report about the making of hairstyle. Page 73 of the book Among Igbos of Southern Nigeria says, the final festivities are spread over some 7 days. The less fortunate girls must contend with themselves with little more than an extra plaiting of the hair and a plentiful use of camwood stain. Those in more affluent circumstances are able to make a grander display. They wear no clothes whatsoever. Their bodies are smeared all over with vermilion red, and they are decorated with ropes of tightly twisted cloth or threaded cowrie shells. One or more tiny brass bells are fastened to the cloth or cowrie shell waistband. Rings of brass adorn the legs, graduated in size from the ankles to just above the knees. The coiffure is a very elaborate affair and requires unlimited patience and skill to arrange in the correct style. In the center of the hair is worked up with a mixture of clay, powdered charcoal, and palm oil until it becomes a sticky mass. It is then molded into a shape resembling the central crest of a Roman helmet. The center comes well over the middle of the forehead and it extends backwards into the nape of the neck. Below the main erection and on either side, delicate patterns are traced with tiny plaits of hair coiled into small coils and then plastered down flatly to the head. Finally, the high center has its sides embellished with mother of pearl or bits of brass. The pieces about the size of shillings being sewn with hair. The tufted end of a cow's tail mounted on a leather handle is carried, together with one or two small mirrors set in handled frames, carved specially for the purpose of honor, and these also are smeared red with camwood dye. The fashion being to use as much paint as possible from the crown of the head to the feet. In cases where the girl's parents can afford it or where the affianced husband is a man of means, a goat is slain as a preliminary on the first day of the carnival. To advertise his mark of affluence, the kidney fat of the goat is laid on the head of the prospective bride and fastened securely thereon with finely drawn strand of fiber. The mass of fat is spread completely over the high centered decorated portion of the hair, and there it remains until the ceremonies are concluded. It, having the intervening days, become putrid and disgustingly filthy. When the bride-elect has finished her elaborate toilet, she sallies forth and joins company with other girls observing the Mbu custom, and together they parade the town with their maids of honor in attendance. These later carry large fans wherewith to refresh their ladies after the bouts of dancing in which they indulge. Dancing among the Igbos is apt to be a very exhausting business, and the Igbo girls does not spare herself in her efforts to win the plaudits of the spectators. If she succeeds in pleasing them, the basket or calabash placed on her feet for the purpose receives a contribution of cowries from the bystanders as a token of their approval. These are useful and are also an expression of the crowd's good wishes for her married life. There is another custom to which the bride-elect must submit before the actual ceremony can be consummated. Cicatrization. This consists of very rough tattooing over the front part of the body, generally in the form of a cross, made with triple lines of umbubu or ebubu, small raised lumps or blobs. The presence of such cicatrices indicates that a maiden is already married or preparing to enter that stage. Now it is very clear from this illustration that Okuku hairstyle, also known as Okuku hairstyle by the Beninese, strictly originated from the Igbos. Look at the elaborate ceremony that follows the preparation for a bride's marriage. Someone asked me in one of my Facebook posts, since when did Igbos start wearing red to dress up their brides? I'm sure that after listening to this video, after watching this video, and after examining these historical evidences that I've put before you, where Igbo girls are smeared with camwood red, with dye obtained from camwood, you would agree with me that hairstyle, red beads, red dress, every one of them belong to the Igbo people. Igbos are not just claiming everything, we are doing so with evidence. The most prominent deity in Igbo land is Allah, Ana, Ale. Whatever the name is, Ane is the most prominent deity in Igbo land, and Ane is considered to be a woman. So, several artworks, whether of wood carvings, metal bronze works, are dedicated to the worship of Ane. Therefore, this mask, excavated by Isaiah Anozie, was tested by archaeologists, and it was discovered to be of 9th century, making it the oldest bronze artifact to be excavated in this part of the world, in the whole of Nigeria. So, this artwork bearing this hairstyle, and also backed up by several anthropological reports by people like T.S. Basden, Thomas Northcote, and photographs displaying Igbo people bearing this same hairstyle, goes a long way to show that the hairstyle portrayed today as Okuku hairstyle belongs primarily to the Igbo people. Yes, they will say Igbos are claiming everything. But recently, during the 67th Annual Grammy Awards, one of our sisters, whose mother is from Abia State, Eberechi Yemi Alade, adorned this hairstyle to the Grammy Awards, and she received numerous accolades for it. But interestingly, the Edoid people are claiming that she dressed like them. No, Yemi Alade did not dress like the Edoid people. She simply dressed like the real Igbo woman, who is the real Igbo maiden, who is preparing for her marriage. Now, several pictures that I will display here will also go a long way to explain how hairstyle belongs to the Igbo people. It is not just the hairstyle, but the spiral brass metal that are worn on 2 feet and also on the neck by these maidens also are part of the fashion accessories worn before a maiden's traditional marriage in Igbo land. Interesting how Igbo culture is deeply rooted in anthropological artifacts that are proven and tested, registered by the National Council for Museums and Monuments, and then recognized. But if we, the Igbo people, do not project this cultural identity of ours, who do you think will project it for us? No one. Now, the Beninese, because Idu Igodomigodo, Anidu, Omado, or whatever the name is in your own community, was preoccupied by Igbo speaking people, and this is not in any dispute, because several evidences are bound to prove that there were and there are still Igbo speaking people in the present day Edo state of Nigeria, which is where some people like to call Benin. Benin is not the whole of Edo. These Igbo speaking people of Benin that are still in a banquet today, who I have said severally, may be the place where Akalaka, founder of the Obas and the Wuro people, may have migrated from. So today they say they migrated from Benin, but in the real sense, they may have just migrated from a banquet of today or the Eka areas of Abo where in the olden days were under the influence, mark the word influence, of the Benin Empire. So, the Okuku hairstyle, I pose the question to you, having seen all these evidences, where do you think the Okuku hairstyle emanated from? Being that the oldest artifact in southern Nigeria, some of which were discovered in Igbo in present-day Anambra State, shows women wearing the same Okuku hairstyle. Anthropological reports and publications by Northcote Thomas, G.T. Basden, and the rest also show women of Igbo origin wearing the Okuku hairstyle for their marriage ceremony. Where does it place the Igbo people, our artifacts? Does it not show that Igbo race predate any other race, as evidences have shown? Archaeological reports are conclusive that Igbo is older than Ife kingdom, older than Benin kingdom, older than the Nok and every other civilizations you would want to mention in southern Nigeria. So today, henceforth, I want you to do further research as one of our followers and then get back to us on who you think owns the hairstyle called Okuku hairstyle in Benin, but ceremonial hairstyle in Igbo land. Other aspects of preparation of a maiden for her marriage in Igbo land are the imprintment of Mbubu marks, as you will see in these pictures I have displayed above. Mbubu marks on the chest downwards of a maiden and on the face of a maiden are to beautify the maiden for her traditional marriage ceremony. Next time we will look at the origin of a ben and Ada, the one they love to say it belongs to them and it was given to us. Thanks for watching our video. Kindly share this video with your audience and help to promote our channel. I encourage you to please subscribe to our channel, share our videos, hit the notification button, and also encourage us in any way you can by sending us super thanks or reaching out to us personally. Thank you for watching our video and do have a very lovely day wheresoever you are watching out from. Thank you, and may our ancestors continue to bless you. Do have a very pleasant day. Daalụ n'Igbo.